In this tutorial, we will understand the difference between global variable and local variable and what is the scope of the individual variables. So let us first start with the local variable. Let me open my main function, and inside main function, let me declare a variable as int a equal to 10 and let me print its value. Printf value of a equal to %d. Replace that %d with a. So this is a very simple code where I'm just declaring a variable a and printing its value. So let us run this code. You will see that output is value of a equal to 10 is printed. Now let us try to understand the concept of local variable. Now let me declare a function with name as display, and it has no return type and it has no argument. And inside this display function, when I'm displaying its definition, let us try to print a value again. So I'll copy the same statement and I'll try to print a value inside the display function. So you'll observe here that when I try to compile this code, let us compile this new code. So we'll see that a red color symbol is coming here. It means some error is there. Let us see what is the error. So if I go to build log and if we read the statement, it says that yes, it says that a is undeclared. Okay, it says a is undeclared first use in this function. That means this a which was declared is local to the main function. So it means we can use this a only inside the main function. If you try to use it outside the main function, this error will be thrown. So this is the concept of local variable, which means the scope of a variable is limited to inside the block in which it is declared. So this is an example of a local variable where it is throwing an error. In order to overcome that, next we will understand the concept of global variable. So I will edit the same code once again. Before that, you can take a screenshot of this to show an example of local variable. So in order to overcome this drawback, I'll tell you how to declare a global variable. So we'll edit this same code. So scope of a local variable, let us understand. So always remember, whichever any variable, if it is a global variable, it has to be declared along with the header files. Means it has to be declared above this main function. So whichever main function is there, above it you need to declare it. So whenever we write any function as like this, it will become a global variable, and any function, that is display function or main function, so or any other function if I write, they can access them. So this is an example of a global variable. And here if I call this display function again, so what will happen, it will display function is a call, so it will jump again to this display function and again value of a will be printed. So one time it will be printed for main function and second time it will be printed for display function. So let us compile the code. So if you observe here, two times value of a equal to 10 is printed. First for main function, next for display function. So this is an example of a global variable. So hopefully you understood the concept of a global variable and local variable and the scope of the variable. So scope of the variable simply means what is the range up to which a variable can be accessed. For example, if I declare a equal to 10 here, all throughout the program we can access. But if I declare something inside main function, only within the main function it can be accessed. So that is the difference between both of them. Let us have a look at some of the important definitions related to scope, visibility, and lifetime of variables. So scope of a variable determines the area or a region of the code where a variable is available to use. So just now as we saw that if the variable is declared inside main function, it can be used only up to that main function. Whereas if something is declared above the main function, it becomes a global function. And next important definition is visibility. Visibility of a variable is defined as if the variable is accessible or not inside a particular region of code or the whole program. So if something is declared globally, it's visible throughout the program. But if something is declared local to a main function or local to a user defined function, it cannot be used outside that. And next important definition is lifetime of a variable. So it is the time for which the variable is taking up a valid space in the system's memory. So till the time it is occupying memory inside the local memory system, that is called the lifetime of that variable. And these are the definitions of local variable. So whenever we declare a variable inside a function or an inner block of code, then those variables are known as local variable. And second important point is they can be used only inside that function scope or that block scope. Coming to global variables, when we declare a variable outside of all the functions, then these variables are known as global variables. So if you would have observed, I declared global variable outside the main function above near the header file. So that is why it was a global variable. And these variables always have file scope and can be accessed anywhere in the program. And they also remain in the memory until the execution of the program finishes. So throughout the program completion and termination, global variables always have memory allocated to them. So hopefully you understood the difference between global variable, local variable, and these three important definitions. Thanks for watching this video.